From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Varvara Nikolaeva.
And I'm Miguel Montenegro. NMSU is a new era now with the inauguration of its 32nd president, Valerio Ferme.
The official ceremony was last week and it was attended by some important figures, heads in the NMSU and Las Cruces community. News22, Haba Hamedi reports.
I place over your shoulders the presidential hood.
NMSU President Valerio Ferme took the stage to officially step into his role in the NMSU community. His administration begins on the heels of conflict and controversy. NMSU was rocked during the 2022-2023 basketball season by a hazing incident that brought the basketball season to a screeching halt. After a report by the New Mexico Attorney General, Ferme took a controversial step in January and fired athletics director Mario Mocha. Earlier this month, 9 international students had their student visas revoked. NMSU says the visas have been reinstated, but the federal government has not said why they were revoked. And finally, last year, university students took to the streets to protest the controversial war in Gaza. Ferme's administration has a lot to grapple with, but Ferme says he is ready to meet the challenges.
I believe we have a responsibility to give back to our communities, to enrich lives, and to expand the reach of our discoveries to others.
We'll hear from her later.
And the speakers at his inauguration seem confident in his abilities.
They want to put trust in you, Dr. Ferme. They seek your respect, and they need your support.
And I think he's going to bring a lot of listening and a lot of leadership and good ideas to New Mexico.
Ferme says the future of NMSU lies in student success, which is his first priority. His second priority is transparency. The NMSU community is hoping that after years of instability at the top, the university can settle in and have a president that will stay long enough to put the university back on track.
You know, it's an adventure. You start, it's a journey, and as you do take a journey, you find new stops, new things that you need to do.
Heba Hamedi, News22.
Well, I'd say it's getting really hot outside. What do you think?
It's getting really crazy.
Yeah, and Heba is next with the first look at the weather.
Thanks, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our live look outside of Milton. It's a beautiful day here. It was a little warm earlier, but it is cooling down as the sun is going down. It's a little breezy. Perfect time to take a little walk around campus or take your dog on a walk. Anyways, let's look at our local temperatures. Today we had clear skies. The temperature was 78 degrees. Our winds were west by southwest at 9 miles per hour. Humidity at 7%, dew point at 9 degrees, and the barometer at 29.95 inches. Now today our high was 83 degrees, our average was 79, and our low was 49 degrees. Taking it back to 2023, we had a record high of 93 degrees, and 1970 we had a record low of 28 degrees. There was no rain today, which leaves our yearly precipitation at 0.05 inches. That's all I have for your current conditions. We'll take it back to the desk.
Republicans have given themselves a July 4th deadline to pass President Donald Trump's sweeping tax and spending cuts package. Speaker Mike Johnson insists he can get the House's bill passed sooner, but some GOP lawmakers worry they won't be able to solve the policy landmines within that time frame. The party is facing deep divisions on Medicaid cuts, food stamp cuts, and new tax on vehicles. For Earth Day, Nuestra Conservation Project is taking action. They're cleaning up one of the Rio Grande's most neglected area.
The place is La Mancha Wetlands, and as I found out, there's a lot of work to do.
Trash, tires, plastic, and lots of tumbleweeds. That's what volunteers are picking up at La Mancha Wetlands. Nuestra Tierra Conservation Project is a nonprofit organization that focuses on protecting public lands and making sure communities, especially those who are often left out, have a voice in conservation. This spot just south of Las Cruces has been dumped on for years, but now Nuestra Tierra is cleaning it up.
Basically what we want to see here at La Mancha is to transform this space into a place where the community can come out and picnic or bird watch, and really be a thriving habitat for all of the diverse wildlife here.
La Mancha sits right on the Rio Grande, and it's actually part of a wildlife corridor. So it's not just about trash, it's about restoring habitat. People dumped everything here, but volunteers spent hours bagging trash, clearing debris, and for a lot of them, this cleanup hit home.
Kind of seen it go from a beautiful wetland to kind of more restricted an area. So it's not surprising for me, being that I've worked here for a little bit, but still surprising to see the amount of work that is needed to be done.
It might just look like a dirty and dry piece of land now, but this area used to be full of life. Today, volunteers are stepping in, not just with rakes and gloves, but with the hope of bringing it back to life.
Any more pitchforks?
Nuestra Tierra will keep deep cleaning La Mancha wetlands with the help of volunteers. They want people to visit, learn, and most importantly, respect the land. Because cleaning up La Mancha isn't just about today. It's about what this place could be tomorrow.
Stay tuned, Heba will be back with your national weather forecast.
But first, a woman with a passion for rocks and animals sees her work come to an end. More on that when News 22 continues.
Hey Star Stands, Trace here. Would you go most anywhere to feel like you belong? So would Hercules, but he's not too bright, so this week is a good time to look for him. Hit the darkness at 11 p.m. this week looking east. The brightest star you can see a bit to the left is Vega. Up and to the right of Vega is the Keystone Asterism. That's the body of Hercules. He's on his side, facing toward the horizon right now. Hercules was said to have caused the deaths of Leo the lion, Cancer the crab, and Hydra the many-headed snake. To find these, flip a 180 and face southwest. Leo has a backward question mark for a head. Look for Regulus here. Cancer looks like a backwards Y on its side, and Mars is right in the middle of him right now, and Hydra is really dim, but stretches across the sky to the left. On a darker night, you might see Alphard below Regulus. From zero to hero, yes indeed. Keep looking up.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters. A community art project years in the making has found a new home and a new life at New Mexico State University. After being forced to relocate her original work, Las Cruces artist Kathy Morrow celebrated the completion of her massive rock art mural with a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
News 22's Karen Sanchez shows us how this colorful tribute to world wildlife has become a symbol of community and collaboration.
After more than 2 years of relocating, redesigning, and rebuilding her artwork at the NMSU golf course, Kathy Morrow finally got to cut the ribbon on her rock art masterpiece and celebrate with the community.
This was a dream of Kathy's.
The vision for this mural began on a simple walk with her dog. She noticed a trail someone made using only rocks, and that gave her an idea. Why not use rocks to create something bigger, something that celebrates the wildlife found right here in New Mexico?
I was walking my dog, and there were some little rocks along the edge of the road that somebody was making a trail, and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and build a little rock something, and I built an animal, and to see how long it takes the trail to get to my animal.
Kathy started building her rock art mural at the Tortugas Dam back in 2017, but a few years later, she was told to move everything because of reconstruction. So Kathy, with the help of volunteers, she moved rock by rock and started all over again.
And then I heard that because they're going to redo the dam, that they wanted to move it, and they went through all these things. And I've watched it progress because I come out here regularly to hit golf balls.
What makes this project special, it's not just its size, but its meaning. Each rock, each color, each design represents months of effort, community support, and love for local wildlife.
You get in there too, John.
Each section of the mural was carefully designed and placed by hand, with volunteers following Kathy's mural original outlines. The collaborative effort is visible in every colorful creature, a true reflection of community art in action.
I run the golf management.
From a distance, the mural is impressive, but up close, it's even more powerful, showcasing thousands of individual rocks, glass pieces, and tiles worked into shapes that honor New Mexico's diverse wildlife. Karen Sanchez, News 22.
And Heba is next with your national weather forecast.
Thanks, Barbara. Let's go ahead and take a look at the national weather forecast. Now, starting on today's forecast, looking at the East Coast, we saw temperatures ranging from the low 70s to the high 80s. Now, the stretch between the Great Basin into the Ohio Valley saw temperatures between the high 60s to the mid 70s. And looking at the West Coast on this side of the map, we saw temperatures ranging from low 60s to low 70s. Now, taking it to tonight's forecast, my next map, we're going to see some pretty chilly temperatures across the nation. Now, starting on the west side of the country, we're going to see temperatures ranging from the low 40s into the mid 60s. Now, I want to draw your attention to this area of the map from the northern Rockies stretching into the central Ohio Valley. We're going to see some pretty heavy showers across the board. Now, with that in mind, we'll take it to my final map. We're going to see some pretty severe thunderstorms over the next few days. Now, these thunderstorms will see a lot of flash flooding, some tornadoes, and a lot of hail, and even wind up to 70 miles an hour. And this will be in the portion of the upper Midwest, into the Ohio Valley, and into the Great Plains as well. So if you're in those areas, be sure to stay inside, stay safe, and stay off the road. That's all I have for your national weather forecast, but don't go anywhere. I'll be back with your local temperatures after the break.
It would be easy to describe this show as a show about things, but you learn a lot about what we are as people.
I love the road show. I've been wanting to come to the road show for years, and I got the opportunity to be here today, and I wasn't going to miss it for anything.
Across the country, at every stop we make, people make Antiques Roadshow possible.
It's not about the money. I think it's about the story. You know, we have things in our homes and they bring back memories for us.
And we know that Antiques Roadshow will find the interests and the history and the knowledge that we want preserved.
It's a wonderful experience, it really is, because you're not a number or an object, you are part of this roadshow family.
Call, text, or go online to give to this PBS station now.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching News 22. I'm Heba. Let's talk weather. Now, today's temperatures across New Mexico: 71 was our temperature in Farmington, 65 in Santa Fe, Clovis 71, Socorro 79, Roswell 84, Las Cruces 78, and Deming 79. Now, taking it into tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures rise just a tad. Farmington 71, Santa Fe 67, Clovis 80, Roswell 88, Las Cruces 85, and Deming 85 as well. Now, looking at Alamogordo tonight, we will see a low of 49 degrees with clear skies. And tomorrow we'll see a high of 84 with partly cloudy skies. In Truth or Consequences tonight, we'll see partly cloudy skies with 50 being our low, and tomorrow we'll see partly cloudy skies again with 85 being our high. In Silver City tonight, we'll see 46 being our low with partly cloudy skies, and tomorrow 76 will be our high with sunny skies. And finally, in the city of the Cruces tonight, 49 will be our low with clear skies, and 85 will be our high with partly cloudy skies. That's all I have for your local temperatures. We'll take it back to the desk for more news.
Thanks, Heba. If you ever go to the local farmers market here in Las Cruces, you might meet a man who goes by the name of Chilicote.
Not only does he sell necklaces and vests made of animals he's hunted himself, but he's done several cross-country trips all by horseback. This summer, Chili is venturing out to Montana. He will travel the whole 1,200 miles on horseback. At 80 years old, this will be his last trip.
The whole work. And people come up to me and they say, man, I'd give anything in the world to do what you're doing, but I know I never will. Would you take a piece of me with you? I have had more locks of hair, I've had a coin, I've had a bead given to me, And at home, I have those 4 pouches hanging on a special thing that I have. And all those people are still riding with me.
Not only will Chili bring pieces out to people he's met with him, he's also looking for a traveling companion, a younger person interested in taking a cross-country trip by horseback. He'll be leaving the second week of June from Holman, New Mexico, and returning around Labor Day.
Tokyo is a true gourmet wonderland. Markets are replete with the freshest produce, seafood, and ingredients, all sourced for the most discerning chef and palate. Discover the stories behind the culinary specialties that make this city so delicious. Watch Trails to Oishi Tokyo on NHK World Japan.
Thursday at 2 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Welcome to Milk Street's My Family Recipe. We bring home cooks to our Boston studio where, along with our host and pastry chef Cheryl Day, we help home cooks rediscover lost family recipes.
You're going to be able to bake this cake.
I can do it.
Then we send them home to recreate that recipe for the toughest audience, their own family.
Mom, that's really good.
Right here on Milk Street's My Family Recipe.
Friday at 2:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
My name is Jonathan Phillips. Join me on the journey of a lifetime as I explore one of history's greatest questions. How did the Christian faith move from its darkest early days to the moment when Constantine, master of the mighty Roman Empire, went on to be baptized himself? Come with me as I travel thousands of miles on the road from Christ to Constantine.
Sunday at 3:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
That is utterly remarkable.
Whales coming up!
Hold on.
This is huge.
Here we go!
The more whales you have, the healthier the ocean is.
They're the biggest land animals that have ever existed.
The most special thing is going somewhere that nobody ever has before. It's perfect.
Now let's take a look at our top stories.
NMSU President Valerio Ferme was inaugurated last week. In his first couple of weeks, he will be doing fireside chats to get to know his students. A group is cleaning up the La Mancha wetlands, one of the most neglected areas along the Rio Grande. And a woman that has an eye for art and appreciation for New Mexico wildlife has finished her rock art mural across from the NMSU golf course.
Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Now we're going to see some mid-80s throughout the rest of the week, and at night we'll see low 50s and high 40s. That's all I have for your 5-day forecast.
And that's all for News 22 Wednesday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news, but don't go anywhere yet because Lizette Leiva is next with Noticias 22 en Español. I'm Barbara Nikolaeva.
And I'm Miguel Montenegro, and from the whole News 22 team, Carpio, Heba, Barbara, and myself, good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Hola, buenas tardes, los saluda Lizette Leiva y bienvenidos a las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. El brote multiestatal de sarampión en Estados Unidos alcanza al menos 781 casos. El brote se extiende por Texas, Nuevo México, Oklahoma y posiblemente Kansas. Los casos relacionados representan más del 80% del total de casos de sarampión notificados en los Estados Unidos este año. La gran mayoría de los casos se dan en Texas. Este brote de sarampión ha enviado casi un centenar de personas al hospital. Hay 3 muertes confirmadas y ninguno de ellos estaba vacunado. Con motivo del Día de la Tierra, el proyecto de conservación Nuestra Tierra pasa a la acción. Están limpiando una de las zonas más olvidadas del Río Grande. El lugar es el humedal de La Mancha y como se ha descubierto, hay mucho trabajo por hacer. Basura, neumáticos, plásticos y muchas plantas rodadoras. Eso es lo que recogen los voluntarios en las humedales de La Mancha. El proyecto de conservación Nuestra Tierra es una organización sin lucro que se dedica a proteger terrenos públicos y a garantizar que las comunidades, especialmente las que suelen quedar al margen, tengan voz de la conservación. Este lugar, justo al sur de las Cruces, ha sido objeto de vértidos durante años, pero ahora Nuestra Tierra lo está limpiando. Quieren que la gente visite, aprenda y, lo que es más importante, respete la tierra. Porque la limpieza de la Mancha no se trata solo de hoy, sino de lo que este lugar podría ser mañana. Esto fue todo por mi parte. Con este noticiero me despido, no sin antes agradecer por la oportunidad de entrar a sus pantallas. No se pierda el último noticiero del semestre el día de mañana. Bonita noche. Hasta luego.